Hello. Recently, many players were surprised by the announcement of a completely new character named Skirk, who logically seems to be the start of a new group of characters tied to the Abyss. In my initial analysis of this announcement, I proposed this theory, and it's no surprise that it has spread widely across the internet. There's a lot to discuss. So, in this video, we'll analyze together and try to figure out what the rest of the characters in this group might be like. It's going to be very exciting. First, let's start with the fact that I came up with this theory before people started talking about it online. True, they didn't take it from me, but the idea is so logical and intuitive that many players began forming it on their own. So, there's no need to be surprised, as it's likely that many sources discussing it today actually came up with it themselves. So, what's the idea? Simply put, as I mentioned earlier, Skirk is not just an ordinary character. She's a unique hero who possesses more than one power, much like the Archons who wield primal powers or the Delusions among the Fatui. It's clear that Skirk also possesses a certain power, which we can temporarily call the Abyss power. We have 7 Archons, and following the same pattern, it's likely that we'll have 7 characters in this new group, 1 for each element. Similarly, there should be the same number of characters tied to the Abyss. But who are they? This is where the exciting part begins. Based on what's been mentioned in the game and some hints, we know the names and appearances of some of them. First, alongside Skirk, there's a very beloved character, Dainsleif, who is directly connected to the Abyss. The element Skirk uses is cryo, but in her announcement, her power source wasn't a vision. Instead, it was the 7-headed serpent. Through Dainsleif's visual abilities and developer notes, he's been associated with the pyro element. His abilities resemble black flames coming from the depths of the Abyss. What's most striking is that in Skirk's announcement, 7 fragments appeared, forming the shape of the Ouroboros serpent, with one of these fragments reflecting her element, cryo. The same pattern was repeated in Dainsleif's announcement. Players have linked these observations to the idea that the sinners will be playable characters. So far, there are several characters hinted at in the story who are candidates for this group, such as Sertalagi, the corrupted knight and Skirk's teacher. His name was mentioned in her description. Vedrfolnir, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, the ruler and Dainsleif's older brother. Rari, the lunar avenger, believed to be a version of Runni from Elden Ring, also known as the Moon Maiden. So, she's likely to be a feminine and magical character, meaning she might use a catalyst, like other witches in the game, especially since the name and essence are completely identical. Rhindaughter, the gold sorceress, no.